Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, February 19th, 2020. And hope everybody is doing well. Okay, so we're going to get into the video in a second, but I wanted to show you this. So earlier, I turned my pump on. So so here's my storage tank. The wellhead is down over here. It's pretty much a straight line, okay? You can see the blue cap above, hopefully you can see that right straight ahead there, okay? So you see the blue cap right there, all right? That goes under here, that's the well. There's a pump in the well, and that line comes out. See that wire here, okay? And there is for the pump. So what I do is I just run an extension cord from my outside plug. I plug that in. That turns the pump on for the well, all right? And so when I do that, what happens is the water then pumps into the well. So I literally will run the pump 3 minutes max, and then I turn it off. And then this is what happens. I'm going to pull this off so you guys can see. All right, so hold on. So hopefully you can see that. See the water coming out of there? Now when I have the pump on, it's blowing out of there. I mean, it's really coming out of there hard. But what happens is, that's not by pump or anything, that's just all natural at that point. So what happens is, once I get that going, it's a downhill slope from there. Okay, so from the wellhead here, it's a downward slope into the tank, and it fills up on its own. Once I get the pressure going, then it does it on its own. So that tank here, the whole thing will be full, and then it turns off on its own. So it's pretty cool how it works, but it's just literally I have to run that pump for 3 minutes. It is an artesian well, so the water is always coming up. All right, so I had to share that with you just because I did that today. I was like, I got to get this going. I got to refill this tank. I mean, it wasn't all the way empty, but I like to have it more full as opposed to empty. It's a 1,000-gallon tank under there. Okay, so people had asked me how with the well, how I do that. And then there's a line from, hold on, I'll tell you real quick. So there's a line from here that comes over here, and there is the pump is up in my loft, and that's how it goes. So anyhow, all right, so first of all, let's get into what we're going to talk about. So, well, first of all, I'm going to say, please join me tonight for the live stream, 8 p.m. I will be on Eastern time. And we're going to be going over all the latest and the greatest things that are happening. And how things are really much, much worse than they are letting us know. So we're going to go over all that information tonight. So please, please, please join me 8 o'clock for that live stream. A lot of good information I want to share with you guys. And, you know, we're going to go over everything. And I've said this before, if you are not prepped yet, get yourselves out to the store and get what you need right now and do it soon, because things are going to get much worse. That is my opinion, okay? So anyway, we're going to talk about this. As things get worse, hospitals are full. What are you going to do? If you know, this coronavirus takes off here in the United States, which I believe it already has started, and it will continue to get worse. And we're going to talk about all that tonight in my live stream. But what do you do when the hospitals are full of sick people and you have sick loved ones? Do you take them to the hospital anyway and be like China and have people in the hallways? Everybody's laying in the hallways and not getting taken care of properly because there's not enough staff, there's not enough of anything. So what are you going to do? So I'm going to give you my opinion, okay? This is what my opinion is. Hospitals are petri dishes for every kind of infection and things that you could possibly think of. It is horrible, okay? On a regular basis, on a good day, there's all kinds of staph infections and everything else that happens every single day, okay? As things continue to get worse and the hospitals are filling up with sick people, what should you do with your loved ones? You think they either have, because you got to remember, guys, this is presenting as the flu, not as, there's no special thing that says, oh my God, this is the coronavirus. You think you have the flu, okay? So that's the scary thing about it. You think it's the flu, but you're not sure if it's the flu and all that type of thing. So what do we do? How do you deal with that? And so my thought would be, and this is how I would deal with it. I would try to deal with it at home. That is what I would do. If you have to do isolation precautions for somebody, you would do it at home. We're going to go over some things in the live stream tonight about isolation precautions and how do you do that, because I've had questions. Somebody had asked me, and I said I will definitely discuss that. We'll discuss that in the live stream tonight. So, because we have that hour, and we can always go over. It doesn't matter. I'm not like locked down to an hour, but we have that time where I can sit down and explain things much, much better in that kind of more of a controlled environment. So we'll do that tonight as well. But so if you're watching tonight, please remind me that I was going to talk about isolation precautions and what we should do and how to do it. Okay. So anyway, we'll go over that tonight. But anyhow, so definitely my advice would be, if you can, keep your loved ones at home. If you have access to a nebulizer and albuterol treatments and those type of things, that's going to help open up the lungs, and you can do that right at home as well, and treat somebody that way there, as far as for, you know, for the lungs and stuff like that. You treat the coronavirus just like you would treat the normal flu. Pushing fluids, making sure that there is, you know, they're getting as much rest as they possibly can, trying to keep them as comfortable as you possibly can. Going to the hospital at that point is probably not going to help, because it's like, if the hospitals are overrun, you're going to get better treatment at home, to be honest with you. Unless it's like, you know, really, really bad and they can't breathe at all and there's nothing that you can do about it, then obviously you would probably take them to the hospital at that point. But I'll be honest with you, if the hospitals are overrun, there's not a lot they're going to be able to do. So care for your loved ones at home if you can. Keep them as comfortable as you can. That's, you know, that would be my advice. That's what I would do. That's what, if my daughter, okay, as we know, my daughter is in college. She has, you know, could be getting this virus. We just don't know. If she did, I would keep her as comfortable as I possibly could at home. That's exactly how I would do it. And so, you know, that's, and like I said, we'll talk about those type of things, how we would address that, how we would deal with that tonight in the live stream, okay? And so, but I'm telling you guys, I can't reiterate enough how short of a window that we have and how important it is that we prepare to be ready for what is coming. Because the time is running out, that window of opportunity. The government will keep this under wraps as long as they possibly can. I will tell you that. They absolutely will do that. They will keep this under wraps as long as they possibly can. You know, and so we just don't know. I mean, there's too many unknowns with this whole situation. So that's very, very, it's scary. It really is. And, you know, so that's what we just need to focus on, okay, is just trying to get things squared away the best way that we can. Put yourself in a position to be as ready as you possibly can be. And because I'm telling you right now, when things really truly break off and they realize when people realize how truly bad the situation is already here in the United States, then it's panic time. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see panic. And so you're going to have people doing all kinds of stupid stuff at that point, okay? And so how you deal with that, how prepared you are for that, get those supplies now while you absolutely can. Food, water, medical supplies, sheeting, plastic sheeting, gloves, anything that you can possibly think of that's going to help you in this situation, do it now. I highly, highly recommend that. We need to be on top of it, okay? As you can see, it is got a little bit of snow going here at the homestead today. It's in the 20s today, so it's a little chillier. You know, it's one of those kind of days. And there's Mr. Buddy. He's there to say hello. So I want to remind everybody again, we are still running the sale on my website, and that is going to be running until Sunday. The sale is going to end on Sunday. 20% off of anything that you purchase on the website. The 20% off comes at checkout. So whatever price you see, the price comes off at checkout when you check out. So if you are interested in adding to your freeze-dried food storage, which I recommend that you do, you don't necessarily have to get mine. You can get whatever you want as far as freeze-dried food goes, okay? But if you do decide to purchase mine, you go to my website, preparedness1.com. you click on the store, it drops down, you'll see Legacy Foods, you click on that, and that's how you can purchase that food. Okay, it's real simple that way, and the 20% comes right off at checkout. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's a good thing to do. Freeze-dried food should definitely be part of your food storage program, no matter what anyway. So whatever way you want to go with it, be it Mountain House, be it Augustin Farms, be it whatever, Legacy if you want to go that route as well. Whatever way you want to do it, that's fine. I have absolutely no issue with that. The only one that I would not recommend that you get would be Wise. That's my own personal thing with everything that has happened with that company. I personally would not recommend them. Augustin Farms, Mountain House, Legacy Foods, absolutely. I have all three of them in my food storage as well for long-term food storage. Now, at the same time, you should be getting canned goods. You should be getting rice and beans. Everything's going to jump up in price, guys. So when things get scarce, the price of things are going to skyrocket. So remember that too. And so be as prepared as you possibly can be. I highly, highly encourage you guys to do that. So anyway, again, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Remember, I'm going to be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. We're going to go over all kinds of stuff tonight, a lot of interesting information, a lot of stuff that we need to talk about, okay? So remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember, because eventually whatever event happens, it eventually will end, and we need to be able to come through on the other side and thrive, and that's what it's all about, okay? Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. And that's important as well. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay vigilant, guys. Pay attention. I will talk to you all later tonight. Prepper Nurse 1, out.